Hi, today we're going to talk about molecules and how molecules are made. Just in case you guys are unable to open this video, we're going to go ahead and play this video real quick.
I use Grammarly pretty much every time I type on my computer.
Atoms and molecules. Any object that occupies space and has weight is called matter. Matter is always found in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Matter is made up of millions of tiny particles called atoms. Whether solid, liquid, or gas, an atom forms the basic unit. Atom comes from the Greek word atoms, meaning indivisible. The theory of atoms was put forth by ancient Indian and Greek scientists. However, this theory could not be proved because of the lack of technology. These tiny particles can only be seen through a scanty tunneling microscope. The structure of an atom resembles an egg. The nucleus in the middle is like the yolk of the egg, and the orbits around it like the egg white. The nucleus has positively charged protons and neutrally charged neutrons. The orbits have negatively charged electrons. Two or more atoms combine to give rise to a molecule. A molecule can be two atoms of the same element or a combination of different elements. There are 180 elements known to man. Imagine how many combinations of molecules can happen then.
All right,
Monster
now
Math
that we've watched that, we're going to go ahead and get into our presentation. Since you've seen the video, our essential questions is what is a pure substance and what can be represented with chemical symbols. If you were quizzed today, how would you know would you know the answers to already? Which one would you need to learn more about to answer confidently? How is matter classified? Matter is classified by its composition. What is meant by the composition of matter? Okay, so what is the composition of matter? You're going to put your answer there. Molecules. Let's review the basic building blocks for all matter is an atom. An element is a substance consisting of a single atom, type of atom. An element is a substance consisting of a single type of atom. Each element has a symbol on the periodic table. For example, gold is Au. Elements are the most basic form of a material. One or more atoms of the same type. Elements are listed on the periodic table. For instance, you have O for oxygen, H for hydrogen. Elements that naturally exist as molecules are oxygen with 2, which is 2 oxygen. Then you have ozone, O3, which is ozone. Where can you find a list of all the elements? Molecules are made up of 2 or more atoms bonded together. The atoms can be made the same or different. It is the smallest unit of a material that can be divided into without changing the properties of the material. For examples of molecule, we have O2, which is oxygen, O3, which is ozone, H2O, which is water, CO2, which is carbon dioxide, H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. What makes these examples molecules? These are molecules because why? Type your answer there in the box. Right here you see two oxygen atoms bonding together by sharing electrons. And right here we have an oxygen molecule, O2. Now that is together is 2 molecules of oxygen. Molecules are formed when 2 or more atoms bond together chemically. Bonds can form between the same atoms or different atoms. These bonds form as a result of sharing or exchange of valence electrons among atoms. A chemical substance formed when 2 or more different elements bond in a specific proportion is called a compound. The elements lose their individual chemical properties and the compound has new properties. What happens to different elements when they bond in specific proportions? They form a new blank with properties blank from the original elements. Let's do a think about it. You're going to drag the words to the left to fill in the blanks. All blank are blank, but not all blank are blank. Now it's time to show what you know. You're going to click on the image in the column of your answer choice and drag it off to the side. If you're correct, you will reveal a check mark. If you are incorrect, you will have an X and you should try again. A compound is chemical bonds that are a result of sharing or exchanging electrons among atoms. A molecule is the smallest unit that keeps the properties of the compound. If the compound could be broken any further, these parts would be elements with different properties. So right here you have 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom and 1 water. And when they come together, you have H2O, meaning 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen to make water. The chemical formula is the recipe for the chemical substance. It tells the number of atoms of each element in the compound or molecule. Using symbols for the smallest for the elements present in subscript small numbers to indicate the number of elements. What is the formula for C plus C plus O? Type it into your box. The chemical equation is a shorthand that scientists use to describe a chemical reaction. The number in front of the element symbol, called the coefficient, indicates the number of molecules. If no coefficient appears in front of the molecule, we interpret this meaning as 1. What is a pure substance? A pure substance has a definite and constant composition. It can be either an element or a compound. The composition of a pure substance doesn't vary no matter where you take a sample. For example, sugar and salt. What is a mixture? Not a pure substance. It is a simple combination of materials. It's not chemically combined and doesn't change the properties of separate parts. Samples would vary from different areas. The ingredients don't change when combined. The mix is not consistent through the whole bag. For example, like a trail mix. Here's a show what you know. Explain why the trail mix does not make a good model for pure substances. So you're going to look at your vocabulary words right here and decide where they need to be put in. Trail mix is made out of many blank items that are not in a consistent proportion. One sample of trail mix may have a raisin while another does blank. trail mix is not blank combined, so it is easily separated. When pure substances are made of more than one type of atom, the proportion is always the blank, and a new substance is formed. And whether a pure substance is made of molecules or atoms, elements or compounds, every sample of the substance would contain the same thing. Now we're going to look at these and we're going to drag and click to the right place. So we're going to take and we're going to look over here at our oxygen element, and we're going to decide which one goes over to this particular element first. Okay, is it a simple combination of materials not chemically combined? Is it the smallest unit of material that is divided into without changing materials properties? So you're going to give me the definition of element, molecule, compound, and mixture. Then you're going to take a picture of the diagram and match it up to the right spot. Describe a pure substance. A pure substance has a definite and constant composition. It can be either blank or a blank. The composition of a pure substance, the blank, no matter where you take a sample. Explain what can be represented with chemical symbols. One symbol identifies one blank, and groups of symbols identify a blank. Now, if you look to answer these questions, you're going to refer back up to what is a mixture and what is a pure substance. Now, if there's any essential question that you don't quite still understand, you're going to go ahead and type it in here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.